friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. The time has come to do another shelf organization video. This shelf right here is the shelf that I see when I'm sitting in my chair, when I film most of my videos, when I'm reading, when I'm doing sprints. The chair in this room is directly across from this. And as you can see, this has become a little bit of a hodgepodge. These three shelves, 1, 2, and then the one down here, are Christian fiction shelves. Up here on this side, I have a little bit of short stories. And then I have my basket for 12 in 24. And then the top shelf I'm keeping as my TBR shelf. But I'm going to spin things around. We're going to go through these shelves and see what we can do with them. I might just do the whole shelf today. I'm kind of motivated. It might be a little bit longer than some of the other videos, but I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for the whole thing. Let me turn you around. Okay, up here at the top, I'm keeping, these are books that have been on a TBR already this year, like Kingdom of Secrets, The Night We Burned, Amari and the Great Game, The Amulet, and books that have been sent to me. Sipsworth was just recently sent to me by the author. The Oud Player of Cairo was sent to me by the author. And Random Facts of Shyness was sent to me by the author. Then we have a little stack here of my currently checked out books from the library. I don't know that I'll actually even get to these. Keisha from A Book Like You, I think this is her book club book this month for her Revive book club. So that's exciting that I already have it. And then here are some from my current TBR that I haven't started yet. Actually, I have started Shiner. So that's the top shelf. It's kind of going to stay like that. This basket is also going to stay here. This is my 12 books to read in 2024. I only have 7 left. I'm doing really good. Here's the little bag that I pick from. That is staying here as well. But we can go ahead and get started unhauling. I'm unhauling so many of these. Last year I had a goal to read short stories and I didn't do it. So I was kind of collecting collections of short stories. The only ones I'm actually going to keep are this one, Virginia Mysteries, because I bought this from the author at a book event here. I'm going to keep this Hercule Poirot Agatha Christie collection. I'm going to keep this Roald Dahl, and I'm going to keep these Sherlock Holmes ones. All the rest of these are going away. Hotel of the Saints, going away. London After Midnight, I'm not going to read. Venetian Stories, Snowdrift. Actually, I might keep this for winter. Georgette Heyer. I will keep that one. Eudora Welty, Land of Big Numbers, getting rid of that. The Hidden Light of Objects, getting rid of that. Reader, I Married Him are Jane Eyre kind of retellings, short stories. I don't know. And then Dostoevsky, The Eternal Husband and Other Stories. Getting rid of all of those. Look at that. Already 8 books to get rid of. Yay! Then we get into the mess that is my Christian fiction shelves. So I've got 1, 2, 3 shelves of Christian fiction, but having that short story section cleared off, I can start putting some up here first and like start the alphabet because I would just like to alphabetize them and hopefully unhaul a few along the way. So when I've done this in the past, the goal was to unhaul 5 from each shelf. So hopefully 5, 10, 15 is the goal to get rid of. We'll see if I can do it. Okay, I started just getting some up here so that it's a little bit easier to look through. And I can tell you I am going to keep Tessa Afshar because I think I will really like her. Safely Home by Randy Alcorn. I've actually read before, but I'm keeping it in here. Deals with the underground church in China. And this book was super impactful for me. Definitely keeping that one. I have 3 here by Tamara Alexander, and I've not read from her before. To Wager Her Heart is a Belle Meade Plantation novel. These are Belmont Mansion novels, A Lasting Impression, and A Note Yet Unsung. I might just keep those and try a Tamara Alexander. I feel like I've read something by her, but I don't remember what it is. I think I'm going to keep those. Romanoff I'm tempted to get rid of because I didn't love Fox by Nadine Brandeis, but I'm very interested. I'm interested in this one. And then we have a whole bunch of Christy Cameron. We have The Paris Dressmaker, The Ringmaster's Wife, The Illusionist's Apprentice, The Lost Castle, which I have read, but I haven't read beyond that. The Painted Castle, Perennials by Julie Cantrell. This is an author I've not yet read. I'm tempted to get rid of this one. Yeah, it's going to deal with flowers, which I'm not huge on, like gardening and stuff. And then it's just like sister drama. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one, as well as this Colleen Coble one, The Lightkeeper's Daughter, a Mercy Falls novel. I think I can pass on that. Her Secret Song. This is a book 3. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one too, book 3. And then Michelle Decker, The Choosing, I will keep. So that's 3 so far. Let's go down here. These are not alphabetized, but at least I have a little bit more wiggle room. We'll alphabetize them at the end. The Curiosity Keeper. I like Sarah Elad, so I'm going to keep this one. The Hideaway by Lauren K. Denton. I feel like I voted on that cover. I think I could go ahead and pass on this one. I just read the description and it didn't draw me in. So I'm going to put that in the UNHAUL pile. I really like Melanie Dickerson, keeping that one. When the Meadow Blooms by Anne Gabhart. I don't even have a clue about this one. 1918, the flu epidemic. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. The Promise Me This by Kathy Golke. Is this a Titanic book? Does that look like the Titanic? Yes, it is a Titanic book. So I'm going to keep that. Rachel Hauck is another author that I've read before and have really liked. So I have The Wedding Dress, The Writing Desk, The Love Letter, and The Memory House. I'm keeping those. Let's go ahead and do this pile here. The Heart's Appeal was out on my shelf in the other room when I switched my nonfiction out there. And a couple people said that this one was good, but it is book 2. I think I'm just going to unhaul it. I have 2 more Melanie Dickersons that I will read and then unhaul. I don't need to keep them, but The Noble Servant and The Warrior Maiden. Murder at the Flamingo, I'm interested in. It's like a 1920s, I want to say. 1930s murder mystery. I just really love these covers from James Markert. I've not read him yet, but What Blooms from Dust and All Things Bright and Strange. I just love the covers, so I've got to check them out. Sarah Ella, and this is her book Coral, which is a Little Mermaid retelling. I'm going to keep that. A Stranger at Fellsworth, another Sarah Elad book that I'm going to keep. Castle on the Rise. Oh, that goes up with the Castle books with Christy Cambrin. Okay, here is an author that I used to love, Kathy Marie Hake. Do I need all these? I don't know that I will ever reread these. They're super cute. Like, I remember them being fun Christian romances, but I don't think I'll reread them. So I'm going to get rid of them. Serendipity, Fancy Pants, Forevermore, That Certain Spark, and Whirlwind. Those are going in the unhaul pile. And then we have Deanne Gist. Hers are a little more historical. I'm going to keep her. So we've got The Measure of a Lady, Love on the Line, Courting Trouble, A Bride Most Begrudging, and Fair Play. I've read some of them, but not all of them. I'm definitely keeping this quartet of books. The other one's on my recommendations cart for this year by Liz Curtis Higgs. This is a retelling of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel in the Bible. So I forget the first one, but here's Whence Come a Prince, Fair is the Rose, and Grace in Thine Eyes. Then we have Esther by her as well. Oh no, this is by Angela Hunt. I love the story of Esther, so I'm keeping that one. Denise Hunter is an author I'm not sure I need to keep. I was not thrilled with one book that I read by her. I think I'm going to go ahead and unhaul that one. Moving down to the next shelf. Yikes! Okay, this, A Merchant and the Rogue, is a part of a series. I'm not sure which one comes first, but I've got The Merchant and the Rogue, and I have The Lady and the Highwayman, and I think I have one more in here somewhere too, but let's just keep going here. Another Sarah Ladd, Governess at Penwith Hall, keeping that. The Thief at Lanwin Manor, Sarah Elad, keeping that. And then a Jamie Jo Wright, of course I'm keeping, On the Cliffs of Foxglove Manor, love her. Heiress of Winterwood, Sarah Ladd, keeping that. I have really enjoyed this author, Rosanna M. White. And look at the books on that one. So I'm going to keep A Name Unknown. And I'm going to keep The Number of Love. I really want to read this one, The Fifth Avenue Story Society by Rachel Hauck. Definitely interested in that one. Here's another one, The Wedding Chapel by her. Quite a few Rachel Hauck books. The Legend of Sheba, Rise of a Queen by Tosca Lee. I'm going to keep that. I love Iscariot by her. Definitely interested in more. Then we have some more Denise Hunter books that are all part of different series, I think. We have Falling Like Snowflakes, which is a Summer Harbor novel. Sweetbriar Cottage, which is a different series. Chapel Springs Romance, this one is, Dancing with Fireflies. And The Goodbye Bride, another Summer Harbor novel. I am unhauling Denise Hunter, so she's going away. I feel like I have enough that are romance-centered that I don't need to keep those ones. Lady Maybe, Julie Klassen is an author that I do really enjoy, so I have a few here. The Tutor's Daughter, The Silent Governess, Castaway in Cornwall, The Maid of Fairborn Hall. Oh, I have two of these. A Castaway in Cornwall. Apparently I have two of those, so one of them can go in the UNHAUL pile. Letter from Briarton Park, Sarah Ladd. Here's some more Donna Emberwild by her. Headmistress of Rosemere and The Weaver's Daughter, all by Sarah E. Ladd. Clearly I have a few favorite authors. This one, A Single Light, is a sequel to The Line Between by Tosca Lee. This one was sent to me by Chantel, I believe. Yep. So I would like to read this. I enjoyed The Line Between. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. So I would like to read the sequel at least and see. Then we have these two by Julie Lessman, A Hope Undaunted and A Love Surrendered. Do I need these ones? Winds of Change, Julie Lessman. I think I can unhaul those too. Here is a stack of newer ones that have come in. The Words We Lost by Nicole Deese. I saw her talk about this on Instagram and immediately went to Amazon and bought it. Two more Jamie Jo Wright books here. The Vanishing at Castle Moreau and The Haunting at Bonaventure Circus. Keeping those for sure. This is an author, a newer contemporary romance author that I'm very interested in trying out, Pepper Basham. And this one is Authentically Izzy. I love Scottish Highlands kind of ones. This is The House at the End of the Moor. I definitely want to read that. If I Were You by Lynn Austen. That's an author that I have read before and liked. Here's another Rochelle Decker, 9. Maybe I've read this, but it was a really long time ago. I don't know. I'm going to keep it. And I'm keeping this Joanna Barker Regency romance, Secrets and Suitors. And then here's that other Sarah Eden, The Lady and the Highwayman. I need to look up that series. And then I have 3 Josie Kilpack. Oh my goodness. These are proper romances. So I have The Valet's Secret, Love and Lavender, and Lies Jane Austen Told Me. Fun. Those look fun. And then another Jamie Jo Wright book up here, The House on Foster Hill. Kim Vogel Sawyer, The Librarian of Boone's Hollow. This is going to be a Packhorse Librarian story. I'm excited for that. Let's see. The Sweet Smell of Magnolias and Memories. I just love that cover. Okay, yeah, I just read the back of this and I'm going to keep it. We've got a couple Siri Mitchell books. Love Comes Calling. I feel like I have something else called that. Love Comes Calling. And Like a Flower in Bloom. I don't love the covers of those. Am I ever going to pick them up? Yeah, I think I'm going to let these Siri Mitchell ones go. I have so many more that I'm more interested in reading. Y'all can yell at me if you want to. And then I have a Tracy Peterson, just one, Treasured Grace from Heart of the Frontier. I think I'm going to also let this one go. And then here's Rosanna White. I like her. So The Lost Heiress I'm keeping, and A Song Unheard. Keeping that. And then Jamie Jo Wright, Echoes Among the Stones. Let me go ahead and alphabetize and clean these ones up before I get to the bottom shelves, because those ones are a little bit different down there. So pause. Well, you don't have to pause. I'm going to pause and get these cleaned up first. Okay, I have alphabetized and cleaned out, and it looks so much better. There are the 3 shelves that I just did. There's a little bit of wiggle room even. I did stack up here Deanne Gist, and I put some of Rachel Hauck's up there. There was a little extra room, so I moved some over here. And then down there, I put Sarah Ladd and a couple Julie Klassens on top of each other. I just think it looks so much better. But now we have 2 more shelves to deal with. And honestly, I'm not touching these ones. I'm not unhauling any of these. On the far left there, we've got my Ted Dekker collection. And over here, we have my Francine Rivers collection. These were, when I first started BookTube, I would have said these were my favorite authors. It has been a really long time since I've read them. Well, that's not true. It's been a long time since I've read Ted Dekker. I have, in the past couple of years, read the Mark of the Lion trilogy, and I also read The Masterpiece, which is one of her newer ones. So I'll just go through real quick what these are. We have Thunder of Heaven and When Heaven Reaps, a duology by him. AD 30, I have not read. Outlaw and Waterwalker are kind of in the same series. Black, White, Green. I don't know where Red is. I thought I owned all of them. Loved that quartet. Didn't love the last one. I thought Black, White, Red was enough, but Green is the 4th one. Blessed Child, so good. Emmanuel's Veins, I also didn't love. 3, fabulous thriller. Showdown and Sinner and Saint all kind of go together. Then there's Burn, Adam, Blink of an Eye, which is so cool. I love that one. And Skin, The Sanctuary, and The Bride Collector. All of those. I think I own not all of his, but a lot of them. And then for Francine Rivers, I have, again, the Mark of the Lion trilogy, which is fan-stinkin-tastic. Her Mother's Dream. That goes with something else, I think. This is book 2. I forget what book 1 is. The Last Sin Eater, super interesting. The Atonement Child, heartbreaking. Redeeming Love, one of my all-time faves. I've read this probably 6 or 7 times. The Masterpiece, A Lineage of Grace, Bridge to Haven, and The Shofar Blue, which is not my favorite of hers, but growing up in a pastor's family, I could understand where she was coming from for some of this one, but it's not my favorite. And then down here, I just have a collection of children's books, some which I have had for a long time. Like, I think this is my Charlotte's Web that I've had forever and ever. I think this is the Twits here. It's backwards. Yeah, this is my copy of the Twits from when I was little. Oh man, I've read that so many times. Tuck Everlasting, which I got in college, but it kind of belongs here because it's a little beat up. Yeah, so just some Beverly Cleary's there. Some Dr. Seuss, just a little bit of my children's books that don't have a space on my middle grade bookshelf. And then I have those picture books, the Dr. Seuss ones, but I also have this one, The Library, which is just really, really cool. So that is the end of my shelf. It looks way better, way better. And here is my stack of books that I'm unhauling. There are 29 of them altogether, way more than the 15 I thought I would get rid of. So I'm really, really thrilled about that. Very excited. 29 empty spots. And then a few short stories that I need to find a different home for. All right. Ooh, I'm a little hot and sweaty now, but I'm so pleased with how it looks now. It makes me really happy that it is well organized and all books that I've either read or are interested in reading. It makes me really happy. I have no idea what number installment this is in this project, but this is the last one in this room that I needed to do. So for the next ones, we're going to have to be going out into the other room, which is exciting because I haven't touched those in a while. So stay tuned. It might be a couple months, but I'm really glad to have this one finished. Let me know in the comments below if you think I made good choices about the ones I unhauled. If you see any other ones that weren't really that great, I could be swayed. I could be swayed not to keep any of the ones that I'm unhauling, but I could be swayed to unhaul more. I don't know, maybe. Let's chat in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate you being here and being a part of this little corner of the internet. And I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.